Might have been a little bit too confident. Going into game 5, I was still very confident. I was feeling good. I think Kaydop started cheesing his way to victory by challenging early on times he probably should not have challenged, and I did simply not expect him to claim a win like that. But nonetheless, I respect that. I am more prepared this time. It won't happen again.
Maybe don't get the pressure, I don't know, but of course I will not let him win. So maybe surprised about that, but it's pure logic. I just wanted to win, maybe he wanted to lose, I don't know.
Yeah, there are a few tricks in the books that I will be using. Unfortunately, I will not be saying those things right as of now. I am going to be a little bit more aggressive though. I think aggressiveness, against Kaydop, who just patiently waits on the goal line, could benefit me a lot here.
I think not. I will not use the same strategy because I wasn't prepared, to be honest. I never do 1v1 before the last one. I've been training for this like 2 months and Jessie just doesn't play, doesn't stream. So maybe it's the strategy to not play for being good. I don't know. I think I'm ready right now and he's not. So I think it's gonna be pretty easy, to be honest.
My streaming hours? Well, yeah, I might not stream as much as I, have in the past. That doesn't mean I have not been playing Rocket League at all. I have actually been playing a little bit off stream here and there, so I am fully prepared for this 1v1.
I think with the prize pool, he doesn't gonna get it. Oh, the loser got $250. I'm pretty surprised because I wanted all the money. I think maybe he can buy one good controller maybe and one good mic for his streaming maybe.
My microphone? I think my microphone is pretty good. And not only that, why is the loser getting money here? I'm gonna be honest, I think we should do a winner stakes all here, because why would we give the loser money?
I agree, Jessie. Just give me back my money from the first match you lose. So, and yeah, of course, I'm agree with the winner take all. I will take all the money from you.
Say it again, man, and that's a reverse. Never rehearse, jumping in first. Call up the nurse, put the beat in the hearse. This is absurd, take a berserk. Don't get on the tracks, man, and they better swerve. Don't got a nerve, man, I never curse. Just casting these spells when I'm spelling these music. Give me for a minute, trying to get what I've been giving out. Do it for the tickets, I don't listen to the critics. I'ma push them to the limit, and these rappers getting timid. I've been balling like a pivot. I don't step into the scrimmage, I just play when I'm in it, trying to run it till the ribbon. And they know that I've been tripping when I make them see the vision. Man, I put them in the prison with these bars that I've been spitting, and this life that I've been living. I'ma go, I'm on a mission. Yeah.
So here we go, the final SMUG underway. Kaydop kicking us off against Jessie, and he's also kicking us off by conceding as Jessie has got the first one on the board straight from the kickoff.
This is what you like to see if you're a Jessie esports fan. Kickoff goal out of the gate. This guy needs momentum on his side if he's gonna take down the 3-time.
They've gone all out on the org skins as well. Got the Dignitas one on the side of Jessie. Kaydop breaking out the Vitality one. I'll tell you what, they look really good on that. I was going to say the Fennec, but Kaydop wants to show us something even more beautiful in the form of this flick.
Yeah, this is smooth, and I do have to agree with you. I think the Vitality and Dignitas Fennec decals are some of the best. I'm not sure about Jesse's choice with the titanium white Fennec with the black decal, but you know, I'm not really the titanium white guy.
Is it one of those things? I've never been sort of like big into this sort of stuff. Is it one of those things where if you've got the titanium white, you have to use it no matter what?
I think a lot of people feel that way, but I think it'd be better if it was just you know, the normal black. That's why I think Kaydop's vehicle looks so good.
That's quite the compliment, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, one of the most expensive things you get in the game. Yeah, but don't do it because the regular version looks better. Oh my goodness, Kaydop. You can't go diving in on him, Jesse. He's got that one ready to go.
Yeah, really nice pop over the top here from Kaydop. I think he sensed that Jessie would be very eager to challenge, especially this early into the matchup, testing things out. Now Kaydop is suddenly in the lead, 2-1.
Kind of weird. I think Jesse's the one that needs to try and set the pace a little bit more here. Kaydop, you know, he's got his version of it. He likes to just sort of get the ball into these positions, and he's having so much success right now. He's just dribbling her straight down. Like, this is not really needing to add any angle. He's not switching left to right. He's not setting up for hook shots. He's just going directly for net. And we haven't seen any response at all from Jessie.
Yeah, Jessie had the left corner pretty well covered there. Had Kaydop chosen to shoot at the corner, it would have been fine, but he decided to shoot at the goal, and that did prove to be fatal in that last position, but Jessie fires back here with a nice kickoff goal.
Yeah, it's his second now. 5 goals already scored. We're not even a minute into this game. Could be one of those series here. Would love to see another game 5 from these two. And Jessie trying to score now his first goal from open play. Looking to hunt down Kaydop's car. And he managed to get just about enough of him.
Oh, the master of the air dribble bump. Jessie's got his name written all over this shot in Rocket League's history, and he continues to tie things up here. 3-3.
I love that he's not actively looking for the car. He's shielding the ball more than he's, you know, trying to actually attack Kaydop. And I really like that strategy. It means that, you know, it's less likely to go wrong. Also, if you go hunting for it, it's a little bit easier to time for the defender. You sort of open up that gap where you can just slot on through. Take it away. What a block from Kaydop. That is disgusting to re-establish his lead.
How does this even work? Oh, Jessie kind of flipped out of the way of the ball. He just gets off the center of the ball, and Kaydop drills that into the ground, keeps possession off of what looked to be almost certainly a failed ceiling shot. Oh, Kaydop with a near miss on the kickoff here as well.
His kickoffs have been Jesse's best friend right now.
Okay.
Oh my God, what a flick! Kaydop can't quite get to it, so that leaves the goal purely open for Jessie.
What is this flick?
Oh my! This.
What?
All right, I want 25 minutes of this. I don't care anymore. We've had 2. I want another 23.
That was a nutty flick. How did he get so much acceleration on the ball from a standstill? These kickoffs, generally speaking, are going in Jesse's favor. He's sticking around here. Hopefully he can get back quick enough. Oh, nice challenge.
Yeah, for once, Kaydop not quite ready. And he's missed the boost. Jesse's in a great position. Kaydop went all in to try and keep it away. He does catch it on its way down. So Jessie not able to get anything off the scramble so far, and Kaydop, the low boost warrior, able to hold off for as long as he possibly could. Now he goes to the other side, and with 12 boost, he has rinsed Jessie.
Oh no, it's hard to give this one to Kaydop. Jessie just with the pre-jump, like very early jump for no reason. I don't really know how much power Kaydop could have got on the shot in that position, so I think it was more of a misplay in defense than, you know, a set of excellence out of Kaydop, but nonetheless, he is on the board. It is 5-4 in favor of Kaydop.
I mean, that's going to give Kaydop so much confidence. He did that starting off with 0 boost. He's going to think to himself, well, I can do that with no boost. Imagine what's going to happen when I have 100.
It's true, and you know, when you see your opponent make mistakes that are like very simple mistakes, it does also embolden you to be like, they're not that good, come on.
Kaydop so far having a lot of success. Still only 1 goal between them. Kaydop looking to make it 2. Flip reset not used. Fakes out Jessie. 2-goal lead for Kaydop. And for Jessie, this is looking all too familiar.
Oh no, that is pain. 100% pain if you're Jessie right now. Kaydop doesn't
got the
even
reset.
hit it. Yeah, I don't know if he got the reset either. I guess he probably didn't because
He
he
looked
would
like
have
he bounced off the ball multiple times.
Yeah. See what Jessie can do here. Oh, tries to go back post. Kaydop doesn't actually need to save it because it doesn't end up on net. He's in the air again.
All right, that one he got it. No doubt about it this time round. He has a flip reset this time.
Yeah, the beginning of that takeoff not looking as confident as the ending. That flick was nasty off of Kaydop's car. Ultimate acceleration, really nicely done. He's got a 3-goal lead in game number 1. He's got to be feeling very good about winning $1,000, I guess $1,250 because they did agree to winner takes all in their interview.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Kaydop, going once again, these air dribbles. So good, but Jessie's shot's just completely off target. Second one, much better.
Yep, Jessie's still in this. This is a classic mistake here. You know, you got to touch this ball. You can't be expecting to get the boost and be safe there. You got to touch that ball because it's going to fly back out to your opponent. And Jessie punishing Kaydop for his lackadaisical defense there.
Jessie looks to set up for another one, fakes out the first flick, but Kaydop didn't bite. Instead, he just walks it through to the other side. I do like that from Jessie, but just didn't work. That second flick far too close to where Kaydop's car was already positioned. And that's going to be the 3-goal lead. Now, I'm going to throw out the gauntlet to you here, Smellsworth. We both picked Jessie. I'm going to say only one of us is going to be allowed to change our pick, and it's whoever does it first. So whoever backs down on their pick first.
I believe in Jessie.
All right. So wait, are you Kaydop now, or are you staying with Jessie?
I believe in Jessie. I believe in Jessie.
So the gauntlet is still on the floor. One of us will pick it up eventually.
Now, I will say that Jessie needs to stop with trying to do these fancy fakes and things like that. That's not really his game. And in fact, when I was watching him play ones on his stream the other day, those were the goals he was losing. He was getting counterattacked because he was, doing like wave dash landings to try to pop the ball and whatnot. And he hasn't really convinced Kaydop that he's on in terms of his striking and his flicks. So Kaydop's not going to fall for those things, and they're far more likely to be counterattacks. So I think Jessie just needs to be shooting. He just needs to go back to the old bread and butter.
Yeah,
air dribble bumps and shots.
I'd agree. I've also got to say, he's got to set the pace to create that as well, because this is a very slow-paced game right now. Yes, we're getting a lot of goals, but it's not like, we're barreling to each side of the field all that quickly all the time. We're having a lot of success as Jessie is going to put it down to 1. And he's only got 12 seconds left. The good news for Jessie is that he has dominated the kickoff so far in this game, and he's just got to get one more on his side.
Whew. Jessie absolutely bopping Kaydop there on that air dribble. Nicely done. One goal remains. Jessie's going to have to chase here. How unsafe has Kaydop been? Oh, the chip just not going up the wall. And that is going to be game 1 in favor of Kaydop.
So the point I wanted to make earlier on is the fact that this is a slower paced game makes it harder to get those long shots. It does sort of generate those sort of games where I think we saw it last SMUG as well. I'm trying to remember who it was, but it was a very, position-based game, trying to just touch the ball once, maybe get somebody out of position from that touch and then try and take the ball afterwards, rather than just, I've got the chance now, I'm going to lash this to the other side of the field. So Kaydop's not going to push that pace. Kaydop doesn't need to push that pace. Jessie does, I feel. It's just up to whether or not Jessie would feel comfortable being the one that is going to set that pace rather than being the one to react to it, which is something that he is more accustomed to. He's much more flexible in that sort of regards compared to, just turning on the boosters and trying to attack the entire time.
Yep. I totally agree, and we really need to see Jessie popping off in this game number 2 to build his confidence back up. Obviously, game number 1 is close, but you still lost game number 1. You need to remind yourself that you're here to win. and to take this whole thing. You don't want to be in the position of having to reverse sweep Kaydop.
Kaydop. He's also got something to prove. He wants to prove that it should never have gone to Game 5 last time. And he is well on his way to doing exactly that. No messing around. He's definitely got the timing on Jessie's flick game.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a mistake there from Jessie, generally speaking. He turned on the ball to try to like catch Kaydop out, and then it was very clear that there was no way he was going to do that. Oh, he might have squeezed this one by. Oh, by the skin of his teeth.
Look at that. Yeah, Kaydop just sort of he doesn't quite get the angle right on his challenge. Doesn't go through the ball, rather skims past it. Gives Jessie a way straight back into it. One each. And the good news for Jessie is that at no point has Kaydop really got away. Yes, he did establish a few goals lead in the last game, but it's never got overly dire, as once again, Jessie's attempts at goal line hasn't quite worked. That's more what I want to see, though. Get up there. You can see what he does after. Just steal the boost. You know, set yourself up for the long game.
Yeah, I think peppering him with shots, better. Little flicks at midfield. Exactly. Draw Kaydop out. You know, take your time, but play your game. Don't try to do fancy things that you don't really normally do.
Yeah, the fact that he managed to steal a whole bunch of boost on that right-hand side on his way back forced Kaydop to go a lot more left than he would want to. And just open up the space there for Jessie to get the flick. Again, gonna control. Kaydop fakes the first challenge, and that's where he's had success. Kaydop just waiting for Jessie to try and catch him on the goal line. And that is a flick gone there for Jessie. Good job ramming his car straight through Kaydop. Doesn't allow him to fully take control.
Nice.
Good
that's going to be...
Kaydop got drawn out.
I think this is something that Jessie could probably recreate. Getting Kaydop to overextend into his corner, taking his time in those back positions is probably a good thing. I mean, it's just one of those things that happens to everybody in one's matches anyway. Ooh, Kaydop firing back.
Look, I thought we were in week 8 and I wasn't going to have to talk about that corner anymore, but I'm just going to ignore that it happened. Just like Kaydop seems to have done. It's a 3-2. The Kaydop, you know, we've spoken an awful lot here about Jessie, but Kaydop, do you think this is just a strategy you should just stick with until it gets broken by Jessie, or do you think he can sort of put the pressure on a bit more and, you know, completely break down Jessie's style of play within the first 2 games?
That's a good question. I think that, well, I don't know. I'm not sure that Kaydop is like a ones scorer. I don't think he's like an offensive force in one.
Oh, that's gross.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm totally wrong here. Because he's absolutely done Jessie here.
Oh, that was torturous. You can't do that to somebody.
That was really brave, actually, because if Jessie touches that, that's going by Kaydop 100%. He was down a goal, but again, I think we've covered it. He's feeling pretty confident here.
I do kind of like Kaydop's position because he was somewhat shielding the area between ball and net. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's off the post. Well, Kaydop seemed to have got a little bit too comfortable and very quickly reminded that Jessie is still a threat. All the way back, Jessie up to his own wall. And still recover on this one. Oh, what a catch! Jessie,
wow.
mate! That was phenomenal.
I think if we had Jessie's stream on right now, he's shaking his head yes, up and down right now. Classic Jessie confidence after a great goal. Really outplayed Kaydop in the midfield there. He gets his lead back. Got halfway to go in this game, and Jessie is in the lead, looking poised to take game number 2.
All right, that gauntlet's staying on the floor for a little while longer. I'm still happy with my Jessie pick. You sounded like you were happy with the Jessie pick,
yeah.
and I don't think that is going to be changing anytime soon. It's just up to him to hold his nerve here, maintain what he's doing right now. He's got, Kaydop a little bit more figured out. This is still the same play style that we saw in the last game. It's just better timing. That one, however, you know what I'm going to say about the corner. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it, and it's not my best friend, and neither is it Jesse's.
I don't think it's anybody's best friend. Well, except for the people that are scoring. I guess it's Kaydop's best friend right now.
There's a certain mechanical level that suddenly becomes something that you're allowed to. It's like you unlock an extra area of the field. That play was certainly not it, and that has cut down the lead by half, and Jesse's flick not really going the way he wants it to.
I believe they're calling that flick the turbo flick. Oh, Kaydop creeps out. Jessie can't get it in.
Kaydop can go.
Oh, Jesse's going to make it back. Wow. Great recovery from Jessie. Kaydop doesn't accelerate the ball quickly enough. And now this ball is falling again to Jessie. It's going to need to be a big save here from Kaydop. Jessie chasing him.
Kaydop has been so... I'm going to use the word brave. That's sort of the nice way of putting it. He's sticking around a lot, isn't he?
Oh.
He goes to the other side of the field, does one challenge, turns around, half challenges, turns back. He's not rushing back to his own side of the field all too much. Instead, he's hitting another flip reset. The lead is gone from Jessie. And I ask you again, Smellsworth, are we still confident in our pick?
As long as Kaydop doesn't do any more aerials, because Jessie seems to think he needs to go up very early for most of Kaydop's aerial shots. It really feels like he doesn't know what Kaydop is going to do when he goes these flip resets.
Not had a middle ground so far. He has either let the ball bounce and just, go in naturally from the first hit. Oh my goodness, Jessie, don't crumble. Please don't crumble on us. Or Kaydop's just been hitting, top corner every single time. As Kaydop is known to do. Good boost steal there from Jessie. No boost for Kaydop, but Jessie didn't seem to know that. If he puts pressure on, he can get something good from this. Instead, he's being drawn into a little miniature firefight. And that will work much better for Kaydop every single day, given the situation. And now Kaydop has again got something! Jessie had so many advantages, and he squandered all of them.
Oh, man, that is just painful. That is painful to watch. Jessie just, lost his momentum there on defense, and it just seemed like, he could turn around and challenge Kaydop at any moment there, that Kaydop just didn't have enough boost to deal with it, but...
I think it's hard to sort of understate just how important this next 40 seconds is. There's a demo, Kaydop gone. Jessie desperately needs a goal. He seems to know it as well. This is a very direct dribble that he's going for. He can't quite see where Kaydop's car is. And he had to flick early rather than being dunked on. For a turn. 20 seconds left now. He does see Kaydop off the side of the ball. Looks to go the whole way.
Got him.
6 each.
Jessie going back to what he knows best. Top of the car to an air dribble. Catches Kaydop losing his momentum, slips it past him. It is tied, 15 seconds left. A lot is going to be decided on this kickoff.
Jessie waiting for it to come down. Kaydop being very aggressive.
Smart.
Might get punished for it. He's still trying to fire around and wipes out the car. Kaydop actually is going to get one more chance at this. Popped up. When does Jessie want to go? He's got to keep it out. It's the crossbar and down to the floor. We have overtime, and it's one that Jessie needs to score in.
Oh, man, this rematch is bringing the action once again. Oh, Jessie with the desperate flip attempt off the wall there.
Oh, he's got him. Wait, is that off?
No, it's in.
No, second one. There you go. Jessie's taken the win. He had a 2-goal lead. It looked comfortable. It disappeared in front of his eyes. But he is able to come back in the clutch. And one thing I do want to discuss here, Smellsworth, is when we've sort of got to these matches, we've discussed quite often about having a bread and butter. Having something that you can go to when things are going pretty poorly. I think that goal to bring them back to, 6 each was a very good example. I'm going to need to go and shut my window in a second because I'm assuming everyone can hear the construction work outside.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, so, okay, fantastic.
You're probably okay. You can still shut it if it's free.
I'll go and get that done later on. But one thing I do want to discuss is that goal to go 6 each There were other ways of scoring it. You can go, you know, a 90-degree flick. You can go for a regular flick. But instead, we saw Jessie go for the edge dribble bump because that's what he knows. That's what he's comfortable with. And despite it probably not being the most optimal thing he can go for, it was the one he was most comfortable with, and it was the right decision to make. So, again, to be put out there, have something you know how to do. Have something that you know that you are at least going to execute on well, and it's up to the opponent to react to.
That's right. Something that you can do with or without mom's spaghetti, basically.
Yeah. You shouldn't be getting to like the last few moments and thinking, okay, what are we doing? Well, I've never tried a ceiling reset before. Let's go that way.
Right. Exactly. And I think one of the reasons that Jessie does get as highly ranked as he does and wins and do as well as he does and take some of the players down is because he does a good job of sticking to those things. This is when he does his best, I think. So, yeah, it's. I think we need to see more of that from Jessie, and you know, I think he played pretty smart in that last game. He's starting to catch on to Kaydop's tricks.
Yeah, well, Kaydop has been putting just unrelenting pressure on whenever he gets a chance.
Oh, nice!
What a flick. That was, I don't know what the distance was. I've got to see this again. You could probably fit a slice of paper through the gap between the ball and Kaydop's car. But it was enough for Jessie to get the goal.
Yeah, nicely done there by Jessie. It seems that when he gets space at midfield in one of these flicks, that oftentimes is going in his favor. We should hopefully see more of that from him as well. Kaydop's got to watch out for these flicks as well, because that first flick to in game number 1 that Jessie got was just mind-boggling. And I think Kaydop is probably a little gun-shy because of that. Oh, Jessie's got an opportunity here.
And it should have been in. And Kaydop will track back just in time to get rid of it. Now, Jessie looks to go up. Went hunting for Kaydop's car. Might have been better serve with a first-time shot. Instead, Kaydop off target.
Ooh.
It was a difficult shot to take, but with the way Jessie's playing right now, and he is dominating possession of the ball, something you want to get. Jessie, backflip flick, turns around, gets it with a delayed flick afterwards. Kaydop will actually be a little bit appreciative of all of that. Now he's on 0 boost.
Oh, what a save!
But we've seen this position a few times here, Smellsworth, where Kaydop on nothing, Jessie with everything, and this time we get a better result for Jessie.
That was a beautiful 0 boost save from Kaydop, and it looked like he might be able to collect some boost here, but he just overextended. Just overextended on that one, unfortunately. Jessie on the board, 2-0 in game number 3. This is break point for Jessie. You know, this is going to give him a lot of confidence if he can take this match.
He is starting to steamroll Kaydop. This is a very, very impressive time. And again, we have to go back to that equalizing goal with 20 seconds left. That did so much for Jessie, not just to get him back into the series, but it seems like he's able to capitalize on the rest of that momentum. Now Kaydop is the one that needs to make some answers up. And I feel like he just needs to adjust a little bit here. I think he's got used to sort of the misfiring version of Jessie that was trying to flick at very weird times in game number 1. And he's continued to try and play around that. This, however, is an apex Jessie, and he is not making a single mistake.
Wow, beautifully done here from Jessie. Doesn't put himself in any bad positions there. Any chance of Kaydop saving that goal is going to be something that Jessie can recover from and he can play defense on. It doesn't leave him overextended at any point in time, so it was a really great thing from Try4.
Kaydop does not look like he is comfortable in this game. As you mentioned earlier on, winner takes all on this. Kaydop seems to be very aware of that, trying to be as aggressive as possible, doesn't get the demo. And Jessie fakes a first-time shot. Again, Kaydop just sticking around, no boost, has to go back.
Oh!
Second block, oh my goodness, Jessie! He's operating on another level right now.
That was a beautiful recovery and save by Kaydop. That was crazy. Oh no, the crossbar and
nothing's
out
working.
To the right. And
this is turning into one of those games.
And Kaydop doesn't play a lot of ones, right? So there's not like a deep bag of tricks to go to for him, you know? And sometimes that can become an issue. I mean, he outright wins that one. Open net, all he has to do is shoot here, but you know, when somebody who doesn't play a lot of ones gets down and out and maybe say frustrated, not able to score, they tend to go back to the same trick over and over again, even if it's not working, because they're not used to being in that position and having to be creative on a ones, you know, in a ones match, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. You can even see the way that Kaydop's become less comfortable, although that might be changing very soon, especially getting that one to cut the lead to 2-4. But one thing that we haven't seen since game number 1 is any air dribbles from Kaydop. He was having a lot of success. We were seeing many a pre-jump from Jessie. You know, the flip resets were on point, and when they even weren't on point, they were still going in. So Kaydop, you know, I think he just needs to settle a little bit here. He's clearly been a little bit rocked by what Jessie has been able to put forward. And right now, you know, playing this sort of ground-based game, you would feel would suit Jessie just a little bit more, but as we've both seen, I think both of the players are actually quite happy with that. It's just who can execute better, and right now it has been Jessie, as Kaydop will avoid being demoed, and also steal the boost. Great play there.
Man, Jessie is hunting down here.
Oh, Jessie, he might be stuck. Low challenge! That lead is ticking away.
It is almost gone. I thought for a second Jessie was going to go for an in and out here, because he, you know, accelerated really quickly to his net and then ended up slowing down, and that first pre-jump made it so that Kaydop knew he could squeeze that one in underneath. More momentum behind the ball.
I think in and out, or even that one, was always going to be the same result. It's off the crossbar, it's off the post. Neither way, it's still not in. And Kaydop has been rushing back into the series. He is speed running the comeback, but he needs one more. Jessie fakes the first challenge, and Kaydop misses the flick. Now chance for Jessie to get that 2-goal lead back, and he's missed it.
He missed. Oh no! That is a Jessie smash and a half right there.
Oh, Jessie's missed the ball again! Jessie, what are you doing, lads?
Oh no! This has got to be a tilter. Oh, back-to-back misses that equate to Kaydop getting a nice open net and tying the game.
This...
Oh, no.
I don't even think a tilter would be the right way of describing this. This is going full 180 if Jessie goes on to lose this one. Kaydop setting himself up off the wall. It's going to be difficult to turn around just in time as Jessie tries to scramble back. And Kaydop, he scuffed the shot. He's ended up missing it. Jessie looks to try and break away. 30 seconds left on the clock. Jessie takes his time, goes for the good old faithful, and Kaydop gets there to block it.
What a save by Kaydop. He's going to put this on net and is going to go in. Oh, you feel for Jessie. You just thought he was going to get the goal on that last strike, but Kaydop with a beautiful save. 5-4, 19 seconds left. Game 3. This has turned completely sideways for Jessie.
Oh, he's got one back, though. Not only does that get him back into the game, that breaks the 5-goal streak that Kaydop had. And Jessie, again, scoring to get himself back into it in the last 20 seconds of a game. Did this last time to go on to win. Both him and Kaydop on the verge of series point. Whoever can get this next goal probably going to take it. Jessie over to the wall. We have not seen him want to go up there for any air dribbles. He's not going to start now. Instead, he's brought out the monster flick. And Kaydop able to get there off the backboard. Kaydop going to chase it down. Jessie flicked it. Probably should have left it alone. Kaydop now going to look hunting. He's got it over the wall. It's a very heavy first touch. It's too heavy, if anything, and it's off target. Let's go to overtime. Both players floundering and neither able to score.
Oh my goodness. Why? Oh, Jessie with the flank over top. He catches him out. Kaydop is off his line, flat-footed, and Jessie makes him pay. Game number 3 for Jessie Esports.
Oh my goodness. That was chaos. That should have... I was, you know, ready to just start having a bit of a chat partway through that game, Smells, because I was like, all right, well, Jessie's comfortable here. He's happy. He's got a 4-goal lead. He should just walk his way through to winning this. And then we saw the crumble starting to happen. and he figured it out. But my goodness, Jessie managed to snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat after snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Oh my goodness. Get a load of Jesse's shot count. 16 shots versus Kaydop 7. He has 1 save, and Kaydop has 8 saves. The production level of Jesse's offense in this match was so much higher than the previous games.
Yeah, he's not messing around anymore. You know, he's not...
Great.
He's sort of mixing in a couple of first-time shots with his typical dribbles, and he is having good success. Once again, we have to point out, final few seconds where he thought, all right, I need to score, you know, for Kaydop to take the lead towards the end there, he went back to the air dribble. And this time, Kaydop had it scouted. He knew it was coming. He was straight over to that back corner, and that was almost the winner for him. Instead, Jessie, 1 game away, 5 minutes away from avenging the wrong that was done to him last time out. And he would have the high ground on Kaydop should he take this game, because he wouldn't have needed game 5.
He will also have the high ground in SMUG prize money. Because what was that?
No, Jessie. No. Will he ever make it easy on himself?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That wasn't even like one misclick. That required about 5 or 6. Oh, that's a goal lead there for Kaydop, who has kind of, you know, he's got a couple of easy ones from Jessie so far, but right now it looks to be that Kaydop is angry. He's on form, and he's ready to start this comeback in the series.
Yeah, wow. Okay, this is not an excellent start here for Jessie. Let's see if he can make the comeback here. You know, the 2 games that he did win, he started off with the lead and had quite a bit of momentum. So let's see what he can do here. He's definitely got to stop the bleeding.
Kaydop recognizing that was going to go off his backboard. Didn't try and chase it down. Still having good success with low boost on his own goal line. And Jessie tried to get Kaydop to blink. It didn't happen. And Kaydop's missed it again. Open nets are supposedly much more difficult than having a Jessie inside it, according to Kaydop. Now goes hunting. Kill shot lands. And Jessie has got that goal back.
Wow. Kaydop must be a huge Jessie fan. He did him a huge, massive favor on that last play. Jessie very much caught out of position. Kaydop should have sank that one. Misses the goal. It'll be interesting to see if that leads to a chain reaction of, you know, bad plays from Kaydop, or if Jessie gets some momentum off that. We will see. And I think Kaydop must have heard me. He's like, oh, you want to see bad plays? Check out this pass.
Yeah, that was... I mean, I like the idea of taking a shot there, but you've got to get under the ball. You need to make sure that that's not landing on the floor in a position that Jessie can quite easily take control in. That's exactly what happened. This time, much better there from Kaydop.
Nice save.
Very slow, though, when it came to figuring out to go and take the 100 boost, and that means that Jessie can come and attack it. Kaydop needs to be very sharp with the decision-making. Both players also very direct with their dribbles, and this is the reason why that's a bit of an issue. When you're this direct, it's very easy just to sit on the goal line and face the ball, and you are hidden by the ball. If you add angle, you can start looking, you know, left or right. It obviously makes flicks a little bit easier as well, but you can also see around the ball a little bit easier and see when the defender is coming to challenge you. Both players haven't really been doing that, and it's sort of like the jump scare challenge that a lot of people get, where you don't really know it's coming, and then suddenly someone attacks the ball, and you just sort of, you know, jolt a bit in your chair, as Jessie's going to give a jolt back to his chances of winning the series.
Wow, look at Jessie hanging out in the corner here. And actually getting a good outcome.
I hear you. The success rate is now 1 in 50.
The difference is that, you know, relatively speaking, he had the control of the ball there. Kaydop didn't have the control. He was too far off the ball. He didn't have a chance to make a play on it. So quite a bit different than the situations we've been talking about.
Kaydop's gone from comfortably taking the opening few portions of this game to very far back. Jessie!
No!
Okay, one of two things is happening right now. Either one, Jessie is the clumsiest Rocket League player of all time, or 2, Jessie is the world's greatest Rocket League car actor and is capable of putting in insane angled own goals to create an interesting game.
Oh, the script. The script has been written. Look at this guy go. Man, how many times do you think he'd have to attempt that again to make it work the same way?
I would love if somebody could create like a training pack with the ball in the same position. Just to see if not just him, if anybody could do that again on first attempt. Oh, that's right towards Kaydop as well. And Kaydop with a chance to try and line up. Jessie, 0 boost, 0 chance of making it back in time. And with half the game left, it is all to play for.
Oh, this feels super familiar, Shogun. Feels like we've seen
it. Feels like Game 5, doesn't it?
This.
I feel like we just sort of, we're owed it.
All right, Kaydop on the dribble. Big flick. Jessie does a good job. Maintains boost as well. He still has 72 boost. Kaydop over the top. Can he turn that in? He's done it.
Wow.
Takes the lead back. 5-4. Jessie on the back foot.
You know, there's some plays that don't require major reactions. You just have to look at it and you just acknowledge. You nod your head and say, yeah, that was pretty good. Kaydop, that was one of those goals. That was really, really smooth. And that is going to give him his lead. Seems to be... I don't feel like any lead is safe at the moment, especially from the last few games that we've had. We've seen a 2-goal lead gone. We've seen a 4-goal lead gone.
Whoa!
And we're about to see the 1-goal lead gone.
Look at him go.
Oh.
Beautiful control. Jessie is a master at that flick. We saw him do it once before during the game. It wasn't quite as successful as this one. But the thing is, he's shown his ability to control the ball using that particular flick. I'd love to see more of it out of him.
Jessie did that flick in a Batmobile. That ball is leaving the ceiling. That's going straight through. We've got a flooding problem.
Oh, can he get down? Good recovery.
Kaydop. Just gonna let it bounce. Here we go. We haven't seen this in some time. Will he get any success for it? It drops far too early, though. Kaydop just didn't quite have the execution, but he does still have ball control. Maybe take it again if he wants to. Instead, that's super uncomfortable. We'll get rid. Jessie, very committed as well. He might not be able to get back in time, and he certainly won't.
Oh, it just feels like he's getting so close to Kaydop on the back wall. Close to a point where he didn't need to be. I think he's trying to put pressure on Kaydop there, but bit of an overextension. He's down by 1. Still got a minute 15 left. Obviously enough time to get on the board, but the pressure is on for Jessie to close this series out right now. So he's already feeling that pressure. Oh, fortunate demo there on that pre-flip.
Yeah, 15 boost. He wants to just try and knock it into the midfield, pick himself up 100, maybe set up for another flick. Instead went for the car. Kaydop keeps it out. Doesn't react to the fake challenge. The Frenchman well on his way to sending us to game number 5.
Oh, Kaydop missed the boost.
He's got away with it though. Jessie didn't notice. Instead tried to go fake it. Smells worth running out of time. Jessie's got to make this work.
Oh, Kaydop with the challenge of the century there. What a block on that flick. Gives himself a nice insurance goal here. Trying to make sure that we see game number 5, making us look like geniuses. Did you predict game 5? I can't remember. I did.
think we always wanted game 5.
We wanted it. We wanted it for sure.
We still went Jessie. Well, we'll discuss this in between games. Right now, Jessie is trying to find some way back into it. Instead, Kaydop just mauling him. Last few seconds, Jessie's just sort of handed it back over. That seems to be just the admission of this game is very well over. That goal will secure it. 8-5, 3-goal difference. Kaydop sending us to the tiebreaker.
Game 5, Kaydop is a different beast. It's not a beast that you want to tango with too often. I will say that this will make victory all that much sweeter for Jessie if he does get it.
Oh, you already heard in the pre-game interview. Jessie thought Kaydop cheesed him in the last game 5. He thought he just came out of a ranked strategy of sorts, one that will only work once and he'll never get beat by again. It's now time to prove it, Jessie. You don't want to go 0-2 in the series. This is your chance to try and make it right. Or is it now Kaydop's? Is it his to prove that whilst it is always going to be close, he is still the better player? We've got 5 minutes to try and figure out what the answer to these questions are.
Will Jessie bring the Jessie smash to the field and capture victory in this matchup or in this rematch? Or will Kaydop bring the fromage for game number 5 and take the second match? And I believe that would make him the biggest winner in terms of prize pool.
It would, because he would have all of it.
Yeah, he'd be the biggest winner of prize pool in SMUG history, I think.
By $250.
By $250, that's exactly right.
Hey, Kaydop doesn't care, right? Kaydop wants to be the best at everything. He wants his name to be number 1 at everything, and if that means being the number 1 SMUG earner, he will take that. Doesn't matter by what amount, he doesn't care if it's $250, $1, or 1 cent. He is going to do what it takes.
And this is a familiar sight. Kaydop powering that ball through. Game 5. This guy has little ice water in his veins. It is crazy.
Jessie off the kickoff. We haven't seen that in some time. It's a huge flick. It is too much. And now we play a little bit of chicken on the goal line. Kaydop's going to go first. And Jessie will get the goal. That's so crucial because that should have gone in so much earlier.
Good composure from Jessie. Didn't freak out, waited for Kaydop to get his touch, knew that Kaydop didn't have much boost there. He only had 3 boost actually on that line, so it was nicely done from Jessie. Uh-oh.
It's a good recovery. Is it going to be enough? Not quite. To give it a good attempt, but Kaydop just far too clinical.
Yeah, that is tough stuff there. Jessie getting bumped off the wall by Kaydop without any boost. So he was incapacitated for quite a long time. You were right, definitely a good recovery, but not enough.
I'm going to ask you one final time, Miss Millsworth. I think, you know, the offer's still there throughout the entirety of this game. You're going to take the gauntlet? You're going to take Kaydop? I'm sticking with Jessie. Oh, I'm taking the gauntlet. I'm taking Kaydop.
I believe in Jessie. I don't know if you heard, I did a Jessie smash. I pounded my fist on my desk. And
I'll tell you what, it would probably been hard to hear it over the top of Jessie's actual smash.
I think that's true. And yeah, I said I believe as Kaydop scored on Jessie pretty aggressively. So I don't know how convincing that was for anybody.
I'm sure yours was good, but compared to Jessie, who I'm sure hits the table and ruptures the heavens, it's not quite gonna be up there.
It's true, because I was not angry at all. I think,
Jessie might be, unless he can take this.
Boom.
Okay. There's Old Faithful again.
One trick ponies in the chat. Let's get those OTPs going.
Look, I want Jessie to score like 8 of these, okay? Talk about cheesing out in game 5. I want him to go with one technique the entire way through. Just trying to push it to the side of Kaydop. My obvious pick, Kaydop, that I always had the entire way. Well played there as well. Just clears the ball. 0 boost there for Kaydop, but he is somewhat successful from these sort of positions. And Jessie's recovery. It's been difficult, but it is good enough. I love these sort of games. You know, I obviously everyone mechanically gifted are always very entertaining to watch, but Kaydop and Jessie are it's like a little dance that they have in the midfield each time. Just faking each other out, trying to get the other one to attack at a bad position. This has been a very, very interesting game. It's been a game of I gotcha. You know, you concede and it's just, yeah, I did something that my opponent wanted me to do.
Man, that was once again Jessie overextending in the corner and getting scored on. I think we need Lethamyr to make some sort of map where you instantly explode if you go into the enemy's corner on plays like that.
I will offer myself as like a tester for that. Jessie try to get that flick. This time Kaydop not challenging him. I mean, that is something that Kaydop can actually afford to do in this game. He's done a lot of, early challenges. Whilst he had earlier success with that, I think it's, grown less and less worthwhile. Oh, goodness, Jessie handed it to him.
Yeah, that you feel this. If you're a Jessie fan right now, you feel that one in your bones. That was rough. That was just Jessie not playing smart, and he didn't have much boost, so there was no possible way that he could fix any bad situations that came out of that. Ooh, 50-50 here from Kaydop.
Jessie's trying to up the pace. And he's gonna at least get a half opportunity. He needed a good first touch.
He needed that
adding
touch
too much
that he had
angle.
earlier. He needed that insane own goal touch that he had earlier. That would have scored from that angle, no problem.
Oh, Kaydop, what are you doing? That was so unnecessary. I don't think they were supposed to make it this obvious that we wanted to go to overtime.
And that was really, really nice of Kaydop once again to give Jessie that assist. Gonna tally that unofficial assist there.
Good flick, Kaydop is throwing it away. We've seen Jessie attempt a few demos, but none of them coming off, and instead Kaydop. Transition game is just second to none. Jessie tried to stick around. He's not even being that slow on his way back, but any amount of pace is too slow compared to Kaydop.
Is Kaydop toying with Jessie? This is the second series where he's just gotten to game 5 like
Once
this.
we see a flip reset. Oh, here we go. there it is. All right, now he's toying with Jessie.
Oh, what a bump coming out of there from Kaydop as well. Jessie. Oh, he gets it over. No, don't go for the boost. Go for the shot. No,
I don't think he sort of landed next to it. It was pretty much on the path. Oh, Kaydop. He's still got time. Jessie still has time for this, but it's going to start getting desperate. He needs one of these earlier goals to go, and I think he needs to get one before we see 50 seconds left, because Kaydop is not going to rush the pace. Whenever he gets his ball, he's just going to take his time, waste another 15 or so seconds off the clock. Look to take out Jessie's car as well. He gets a bump on him, turns around. Jessie has to wait for it. He's hit into the ball. Kaydop decides to go for a pull shot. And now we're hitting that 50-second point. Kaydop, early challenge, gets it over the top of Jessie. And that scramble might very well cost him here. Kaydop taking his time. And instead choosing for time wasting over a goal here, Smellsworth. Final few seconds. Jessie needs something very soon.
Jessie's got to go. Oh, and he just leaves that ball. Ugh. This is Ben Kaydop's game 5. The pressure has officially gotten to Jessie in this situation. Kaydop playing extremely well, making a lot of great decisions. And it is paying off. He's got a 4-goal lead heading into last 30 seconds here. Jessie looks like he's still game to try. I mean, what else do you got to lose?
Oh,
Nicely
there you go.
done. Back on the board. 3 goals. No problem. We go again.
All right. Here's the strat for Jessie. Win kickoff. If it's not scoreable immediately, go up wall. Set that up. I just don't know if he's going to be too comfortable going up the wall. Either way, he's got to get a lot to go for himself. That's a good start. Jessie catches the ball. Doesn't get a huge flick, but he's still got opportunity. And Kaydop just passes it around him. Goes for an early challenge. I mean, Jessie had to hit that first time, even if he wasn't going to get much power. It did give him a better opportunity. Kaydop puts it in for the 4 goals up. And Smellsworth, we know that they both play very similarly. When it comes to the first 4 games, there is nothing that can separate them. But when the pressure is on, when $1,250 is on the line and the next goal counts for that much, Kaydop has got the better of the two. He's the one that deals with pressure much better, and he will claim superiority over Jessie.
And that is going to be GG's in the chat from Jessie early. He has left the field and left Kaydop with $1,250 more than when he started playing this match just an hour ago.
Kaydop starts
GG.
holding this up. We need to get the admin ready. Oh, go on, Kaydop. Own goal, flip reset. Okay, well, at least you tried.
Well. This matchup delivers once again an exciting game number 5 from these two players. Just absolutely beautiful to watch. We're on the edge of our seats. And if you started this matchup a Jessie fan, I'm pretty sure you're still ending a Jessie fan. You're a little bit heartbroken, but you know that he gave it his all, and he put up a good fight.
Yeah, that's match 1. We have 6 more to go. We have quite the day, haven't we? Oh my goodness, this is going to be phenomenal show, and we started off with a game number 5. So yeah, absolutely no complaints from me as Smellsworth. Let's keep this going.
All right, folks, we are going to head to a break, and we will be back with more SMUG action. Don't go anywhere. We got Ahmad versus Scrub coming up.